Welcome to another 3-day project, and today we have the cloth simulation series. So we have unfold, vortex, and tangled. So I wanted to get back in the cloth simulation using Blender. Even in Houdini, it's a lot easier to work with cloth simulation. I don't know why in Blender it's not complicated, but it's not really straightforward, right? There's a lot of things that are hard to set up at first, especially when it comes to the wind or stuff like that. But yeah, I wanted to get back at it and try my best to, figure out some different setup. I wasn't able to really modify my first setup a lot, and they kind of ended up looking a bit the same. But yeah, anyway, let's get inside of the first project. This is the scene. So there's just a plane, a camera or lights, and two fields, two force field. We have force and turbulence. And I think these animations are cached. Yeah, so I cached the animation so you can play around with this. And let's talk about the shading first. So now I am inside of the shader of my plane. As you can see, we have two different texture. We have this subsurface here with a lot of roughness, and the other orange, which is inside of the crevice of our cloth with a more kind of glossy texture. And with a Voronoi texture, I was able to create these kind of spots, which is nice. And to do that, you need to turn the randomness back to 0, and it will create kind of this nice straight pattern. So in this case, with the color ramp, I just smooshed the gradient to kind of have these nice spots. And if you turn that back on, you can see now the Voronoi texture. The spots are a lot darker and bigger. And the mix shader with the ambient occlusion as a factor. And we have our normal map as well on pretty much everything. So yeah, that's the texturing part. Let's talk a little bit about the animation. So I'm going to go here to my viewport. I'm going to go back to the simulation 0, and I'm going to select my, I'm going to turn off my subdivision, and I'm going to go to the cloth patterns. So right now, as you can see down below in the cache section, this has been baked. So I'm going to delete the bake. And let's talk about the simulation. So first of all, the quality step, I'm going to turn that down to 4 so we can have a nicer live view. And as you can see, the speed multiplier is set to 0.5, and I didn't change anything else. This is all default. So let's press play. We have our simulation, and this is done thanks to two force fields. So we have a force, which is right in the center, and the strength is set to -500. And our turbulence, which has a strength of 1,000. And even if I turn down the two forces that I have here, even if I press play, it's still gonna be accounted. So I don't really know what's happening, right? I can even delete these forces, go back to my simulation, press play, and it's still going to play. And I don't know why. So yeah, I don't know why this is happening. I don't have any bake on it. Let's try to bake to see. All right, so now the bake is empty. Let's delete the bake, and let's try and add again a force. So force, and it's gonna be here. So I know I don't want it there. We have a force. Let's press play. Nothing is happening. Let's add it to -500. All right, now it's going to be applied, and I'm going to add again a turbulence to 1,000, and let's press play. All right, so now we have the same animation that we had previously. So let's delete the force. So as you can see, I deleted the force, but it's still accounted in the simulation, and I don't know why. So yeah, that's an issue that I haven't been able to figure out yet. I'm probably doing something wrong. I'm not sure. It's probably something with the bake. So yeah, that's why I'm still having a lot of issue with that. But yeah, that's the first project. Let's take a look at the second one. And as you can see here, we now have, it's exactly the same setup. I have two different turbulences. And as you can see, I decided to just place them around my scene so I can have a different type of simulation. And it's still pretty much as the first simulation because I can't figure out how to change some of those settings. I mean, it just doesn't work for me, right? I added more strength. I tried to play around with the noise amount and stuff like that, but I didn't see any difference. And I just don't know why that's happening. But anyway, for this specific project, what I did was to place my camera behind the cloth so I can have a different point of view that's not the same as the first project. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And we have the same texturing setup. I changed some colors around. We have the same noise with the normal map. And if I press render, this is what we have. And I just love the texture on this one. Really nice composition. We have our lights, two lights. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And for the third project, I went a little bit overboard with the simulation. So as you can see, there's a lot of things happening. I just let the animation run a little bit longer this time, and the cloth just ended up entangled on itself, which looks really nice. And I just placed my camera around a segment that I liked. And yeah, so let's take a look at the simulation. Again, it's baked. I'm going to press play. And as you can see, we still have the same simulation for some reason. And it gets to a point where everything is entangled like that. I have a couple of more lights just to be able to have those nice shine here. For this one, I added some solidify modifier just to have a little bit more thickness on the plane. And then again, I subdivided another time. And this is the end result of this one. Really love how this one came out, as well as the two other ones. As I said, the cloth simulation is a bit tricky. I'm doing something wrong, I'm sure, but I wasn't able to modify the simulation as much as I wanted. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.